Sister Helen Prejean has been campaigning against the death penalty for decades. Her book, Dead Man Walking, about what she witnessed during some executions, later became an Oscar-winning movie starring Susan Sarandon. She also helped found the Ministry Against the Death Penalty, and she's joining us live tonight on NewsNation. Sister Prejean, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Marty. Good to be here.
This is part of your life's work, clearly. Why do you oppose the death penalty so strongly?
Well, I've seen it close up, and I'm outraged at the crime. But then when you see closely what it means for the government to take live people who may have changed in 30 years of imprisonment or 20 and take them out and kill them anyway, and you see the act for what it is. And one of the things I'm convinced of is it's still a secret ritual. The public can't see it. And as they say in Latin America, what the eye does not see, the heart cannot feel. We cannot give this kind of power to individuals that are partially seeing, politically driven, and like someone like in the hands of Trump decides to kill people. We haven't had federal executions in 17 years. And now because he has the power, he's decided to kill people, and they're lining up human lives like cans on a fence and killing people.
Sister, what do you say to people who have lost loved ones at the hands of others in murders? They've been charged in their death, and they see the death penalty, capital punishment, as a source of justice for so many who are hurting.
You know, people who have lost a loved one to violence, I haven't experienced that. And I understand their anger and their outrage. At least at the beginning of their journey, most people say, I'd like to kill them with my bare hands. But hopefully that's not where they stay. But this is not about the victims' families and what they desire. This is about us as a people. And we're deciding to imitate the worst possible human behavior by killing killers and claiming that the victims' families, if they wait 20 years, could watch them do it, and that's supposed to heal them. It's futile. It's riddled with mistakes. For every 9 people we've executed in this country, over 1,500, one has had to be exonerated because we made mistakes. 1 out of every 9. It's riddled with mistakes. And you can just see all of the things that are wrong with it in the carrying out of the federal executions. We're shutting it down in the states. There was a Gallup poll in 2019 where the American people were given a choice. What would you choose, death or life without parole? And only 36% of people chose death, because we're shutting down the death penalty at the state level. But at the federal level, where it's the last of the divine right of kings, we can choose to give life or take life away. You have the feds applying it because they can.
You have accompanied several people to their deaths as they took their final breaths. I'm curious what you feel is your purpose and your responsibility in those difficult moments.
For them, it's to uphold their dignity. I mean, what's a greater thing against the dignity of a human person is to render them defenseless and kill them. And that has been my discussion with the Catholic Church, including with 2 popes. Does the Catholic Church only uphold the dignity of innocent life? Well, when you take a man and shackle him and strap him down, render him defenseless and kill him, when we have a way to protect ourselves in society without killing them, where is the dignity? Does the Catholic Church only uphold the dignity of innocent life? And the Catholic Church recently, in Pope Francis, has just sealed it, that under no circumstances can we ever allow a government to have the kind of power to kill its citizens for crimes they determined to be the worst of the worst.
Well, I'm wondering what the alternative is in your mind, because as you said, our justice system is flawed, it's fractured. Where do you believe we should be focusing our attention, and what is the alternative to capital punishment?
The alternative to punishment and pain of people who have made mistakes, not just with capital punishment, but even with life without parole, is restorative justice. We have to help restore life, not punish life and dehumanize life even more. We're moving away as a country from 3 strikes and you're out. We're moving as a country away from charging young people as adults and throwing these long, long sentences at people, even for nonviolent crimes like drugs. We're moving away from being a punitive society to being a society that works for justice and restorative justice. That's the path, and we're on it. You can see it beginning to happen. This is such an aberration that you'd have a person in power at the federal level that chooses to kill all these people before they leave office, even as Trump pardons his friends and maybe even himself. And for Thanksgiving, a turkey. He pardons a turkey and he's killing these human beings right and left, and has so many of us dying from COVID because there was no national leadership from the beginning for us to get testing and tracking and the whole bit.
Well, our discussion on capital punishment, our sister Helen Prejean, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you joining us tonight on NewsNation. We're going to leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you.